everyone, it's Mrs. Wine. Welcome back to art class. Today is day 4 of our color unit. And today we're going to be using the color wheel to find 2 colors that contrast. Colors that contrast means that they are very, very different from each other. We can find contrasting colors or colors that are very, very different by looking at the color wheel and finding colors that are far apart from each other. So if I look at my color wheel, the colors yellow and orange are right next to each other. They are very close together. They are not far apart. But look at yellow and red. Those colors are further apart. They're connected by a solid line. I also see that red and blue are far apart, and blue and yellow are far apart. Yellow, red, and blue are the primary colors. So today you could choose 2 primary colors. Or look at the colors that the primaries mix. Orange, if I follow the dotted triangular line, is far apart from violet or purple, which is far apart from green, which is far apart from orange. So I could use 2 secondary colors. My last choice would be colors that are called complementary. That's a really big word. Complementary colors are the furthest apart. They are the ones completely opposite each other. So if I look at the top, I see yellow. If I go right through the middle and way to the bottom, I see violet. So I could choose yellow and violet. Those colors are far apart. I could choose orange, and if I go right through the middle, I get to blue. I could choose orange and blue. Or finally, I could choose green, and far, far apart from green, its complementary color is red. So find 2 colors that are far apart from each other, get those colors, and you will also need scissors, a pencil, and maybe even a ruler today. So once you have your 2 papers, you can see I picked a very light green, it's almost a yellow green, and a red. You're going to choose one of those papers to start with. And the first thing you are going to do with that paper is you're going to fold it the short way, like a hamburger bun or like a taco shell. Notice when I fold it, I line up the corners and then I press the paper down. Then my next step is I'm going to be making some cuts for my paper weaving. And when I make these cuts, I want to make sure I'm cutting right on the folded edge. I also want to make sure that I don't cut too close to the open edge. So what I like to do is I take my open edge, I'm going to line up a ruler, and I'm just going to draw a line right across the edge. That line is probably about 2 fingers wide, maybe 3 fingers wide, but I'm going to draw a line right across there so I know not to cut any further than that. Then, after that, it's pretty easy. I'm going to hold my paper. Here's the folded side, and I'm going to take my scissors, not too close to the edge, and notice I'm holding my scissors, thumb in the little hole, fingers in the big hole, and now I'm just going to cut some straight lines all the way up. And when I get to that line that I drew, I'm going to stop. I don't cut past it. I go about 2 fingers wide and I make the next cut. And I'm just going to keep measuring about 2 fingers and cut. And I'm just going to keep doing that all the way. 2 fingers and cut. Two fingers and cut. I think I can do one more. 2 fingers and cut. Again, I don't want to get too close to the edge. So now I'm finished cutting my first sheet of paper. I can tell if I do it right because if I open it up, I will see I have little strips of paper, but because I didn't cut past my pencil line, all of this is still being held together. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to set it aside until my next lesson. Then the last thing I want to do is I want to take my other sheet of paper and I'm just going to cut this paper into some straight strips. Again, I can use the 2-finger measuring method, so I can use my 2 fingers. I know that that's about where I want to start. And I'm just going to do my very best to cut these lines as straight as I can. And this time I want to cut this all the way off. So I'm going to measure 2 fingers and cut. And I just want to keep going, measuring 2 fingers and cut until I have cut up this whole sheet of paper. When you are finished, I want you to save all of your strips, and when you're ready and you have everything cut, then you're ready to go on to the next video where you will learn how to weave your paper together, just like in the story we just read. I hope you have a wonderful week. Remember, save all your papers until you're ready to go on to the next video. And until next time, keep on creating.